Welcome! I'm Shelly Netco, life coach, mind and spirit motivator. Today I'd like to do something a little different and share a special message as we open the month of May tomorrow. It's one of my favorite months as I think back on special memories I have honoring Mary, the Queen of May, and the ultimate sacrifices she made as a mother. Several years back I wrote a dedication honoring mothers and the month of May. And this has evolved over the years, so I'd like to share that with you all, and I do hope you enjoy it. It's called Have a Heart for Mom. Elizabeth Stone said, "Making a decision to have a child is momentous. It is to decide forever to have your heart go walking around outside your body." I learned what Elizabeth meant by this 35 years ago, and have had an exponential learning curve over how to live with your heart, walking all about the house, the city, the state, and the country for that matter, since then. It just never ends once a decision is made. This year, the last of my 4 daughters will have the privilege of finding out what Elizabeth is talking about. Her momentous time will come in September. So needless to say, this month of May and this Mother's Day is leading me to be a bit more introspective. Thinking more about how I wish my mom wasn't 2,000 miles away, how I wish I'd spent more time with my grandmas when they were still around, and how I hope my kids are learning all life's lessons that are required, but didn't come with a set of instructions in a textbook, a diploma, or a degree. Being a mom for 35 years has given me an opportunity to observe and learn things from a different perspective. And it's not surprising that it seems like my observations and education have accelerated, having been through so many of life's ups and downs. And in particular, watching your children lose their father changes you forever. It's almost as if I've signed up for the Evelyn Wood Speed Living class, where life's lessons come at you at warp speed. So I've had no choice but to hit the speed bumps high and hard with what has felt like worn out shocks at times. I used to think I had to make sure everyone around me was happy all the time. And unfortunately, children learn by example. So my girls became A students in this subject. But as a more enlightened mama, who has been around a while now, I know it's impossible to make anyone happy but myself. Sure, I can help create better circumstances in some situations, but actually make them happy? Not possible. So now, my job as a good mom is to transform the example I've set of always being the ultimate pleaser to just doing my best and not hurting people, and that's good enough. This is one lesson I wish I'd learned earlier in life, as it would have saved a lot of time and heartache. I've learned it's okay to have a heart and show people what's in it. Sometimes when I talk to my mom, she says she wants to go back. I know what she's talking about too, because I feel the same way sometimes. It could be going back to a simpler place, or before Dad was gone, or to an event in my mind's eye. But usually there's something that's tugging at my heartstrings when I have this urge. And what I've figured out is that it's not that I actually want to revisit this place physically, but I want to hold on to the feeling when I was living in whatever story was playing out in my heart at the time. The same holds true for kids, and that makes me happy. To hear them at family dinners laughing and chatting about their 27 pets and monkey bar routines, or how they made my poor son do arts and crafts in their make-believe school that he hated. That's what going back was all about. These kinds of stories make me want to challenge any daredevil that my heartstrings are stronger than the bungee cord he might take a 30-foot plunge off of a bridge any day. Pretty sure I'm going to win. I've learned that some of the sayings I used to believe in are not really true after all. Like time is money, which sounds so efficiently profound, but the truth really is time is precious. And although they say time heals all wounds, which sounds so compassionately right to the grieving, the truth really is love heals all wounds, not time. This I know from experience. And the more love, the faster the healing, by the way. This is where my amazing kids help my heart heal. And I'll never know how much slower the process would have been without them. And that's okay. I've learned that good things come when you open your heart up. Great things come when you open your life to possibilities along the way. Our job as moms is to teach our children how to open their hearts. The amazing thing is that each child learns in a different way, and it's up to us moms to figure it out. I've found the trick is in seeing them with our heart and not just our eyes. I've learned that everything happens for a reason. Before I understood this, I had a tendency to overthink and rationalize everything. It made it easier to feel more in control and stay caught up in the drama of day-to-day nonsense. In retrospect now, I know it kept me from actually experiencing my life and living my experiences. So once I had this epiphany and figured it out, that everything happened for a reason, it was like someone changed out the 40-watt light bulb for a high-intensity 100-watt halogen bulb. And now I know people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. When you know which one it is, you will stop trying to control your relationships and just start being yourself. Being real always allows greatness to reveal itself, and then just watch amazing things happen. Moms who teach their kids this very lesson from the get-go are the real deal. Kids can only benefit from being themselves. It's just easier because they can't be anyone else. They're all taken. I've learned life is too short, not hypothetically or metaphorically or anecdotally in the context of a short story either. Life is just too freaking short, plain and simple. Life is too short to get upset over petty disagreements, get upset over spilled milk, hold a grudge, or just plain act like a jerk. A good mom never lets her birdies leave the nest without making sure these lessons are learned. The thing about being a mom is that from the moment our babies are born, we believe it's our job to teach them everything to the best of our ability, and we fret over tiny failures far more than we celebrate huge accomplishments. The funny thing is that all this time throughout life, we're not really teaching them at all. It's actually quite the opposite. Angela Swin said, "While we try to teach our children all about life, our children are teaching us what life is all about. If we only knew this when our journey began, wouldn't that be simple?" If you're a mom, celebrate your relationship with your children as you begin this month of May. Don't wait for just Mother's Day. If you're a child, celebrate your Mother's Day by celebrating your mother's gift of life to you. It's one of the most important days and months of the year. If it weren't for your mom, you wouldn't be here to celebrate the other 364 days of the year. After all, as the saying goes, God couldn't be everywhere. That's why He created mothers. Well, thank you for indulging me and listening. I hope you'll make it a beautiful May as you celebrate moms and bonus moms everywhere. Until next time, remember, God and the universe have your back. And as always, we're all in this together.